Today I'm going to show you some cutting-edge eating tricks for the ultimate metabolic boost. We're talking about burning body fat, getting this stuff off of our bodies, and preserving the muscle. So basically we're going to feed the muscle and we're going to starve the fat. I want you to erase anything you've ever heard or learned in the past. I had to do that. I had to reboot myself and completely start anew because all my old beliefs were getting me in trouble. So I want you to cleanse everything, start anew, get a notebook. You might want to write this down. And I'm going to teach you the science behind getting your body to burn fat for fuel. So what if I was to tell you that you could have clams, mussels, a protein shake, egg whites, turkey, chicken, all the food you see on this platter, lobster, scallop, shrimp, salmon, all of that is the same amount of calories as one red steak. This steak has more fat than all of these foods combined. So when you're journaling your food and you say, I only had one and it was really small, just for the record, I don't make these rules. These are just the science that we're talking about. This is what a serving size really is. 3 ounces looks like that. Why seafood, you might ask? First of all, seafood is the lowest in fat of any of the foods out there. And when we're talking about burning fat for fuel, if you provide your body with fat, it's not going to burn fat for fuel. So while we're doing this body makeover, we want to decrease the fat as low, if any, as possible. The first and foremost food you should always choose would be a protein shake that boosts your metabolism 25%. Who doesn't want that? Don't wait till the afternoon, get it over with in the morning and realize that gain in metabolic shift right out of the chute in the morning. The next best thing could be egg whites. And if you're going to choose turkey breast, make sure you go for the leanest possible cut available. Don't assume it's lean. And you want to go for that 97 and up, or better yet, get a turkey breast, bring it to your butcher, and have him grind it up for you to make your turkey meatballs or turkey meatloaves. Believe me, I eat all of that. But it all needs to be very lean. People, the biggest problem in weight loss today is that we assume things are lean. You cannot assume anything. Look your numbers up. There's multiple books so you could see really how much fat is in it. Because who would ever think that you could eat all of this food for one steak calorically, and that's a 1,200 calorie steak. So say you eat perfectly all week and you go, I don't know why the scale didn't move. Trust me, there's always a reason. I fell into that trap. That 1,200 calorie steak, the law of averages is going to play out among 7. So even if you're exercising, you may not see your loss on the scale because you're eating pure all week, only to fall down into that hole with red meat. So now that we've covered the protein list, this is probably one of the most important food groups of all of them because protein keeps a lid on your insulin levels. So say you were to eat some fruit at a party and you had a shake before you left. Protein is going to keep a lid on your insulin like that and that's how fat loss happens. We have to keep the insulin levels like this all day long. If they zig up and drop down, the fat cells open their door and invite more fat to be stored. So it's not just going to not be burned, it's going to store fat. And today I'm talking mostly and primarily to people who have metabolic resistance or anybody who's sporting a little weight around the midsection that wants to lose it. You might lose weight, but if you don't eat the way that I'm going to teach you today, you may still, and I hear this all day, have love handles pouring off the side of your body. And the only way we get rid of those, exercise is a small part of it, believe it or not, is eating correctly. I like to call it 80-20. 80% good eating, 20% is the fun stuff where the chocolate and your glass of wine fall. We have to get 80% in the categories that I'm about to show you today in the positive eating category. And when in doubt, check your manual. Carry it around with you and refer to it often. Don't assume anything. You'll notice there are no turkey meatballs here or turkey hot dogs or turkey sausage. Those foods tend to be very high in fat, and I definitely eat those, but I save it for a Saturday night or a special night. And weekday eating, I try to keep it really clean and pure. The cleaner and the more pure the food, the faster and easier it is to digest, and there's your ultimate metabolic boost. We're going to go to the carbohydrate category next.